guys, it's Teddy here with another Pokemon battle, and today I'm going to be doing one slightly different today. This was with one of my new teams that I've been constructing that you can see there. And this is actually not a live narration, this is a battle. I was just doing testing out this team that you can see. And it actually was 176 turns. So I thought I'd bring this match to you, because I thought it would be interesting to watch. So I'm going to play the video now. And as you can see here, we got a couple my team. I'll give you a little rundown. I'll do this in a little live narration on the next battle, but I'm just going to give you a little brief summary of the team. It's basically Ferrothorn, Blissey, the main two walls that take physical special hits. Latias is another like backup wall if you need it. Hitmontop is a rapid spinner with priority with technician boost, and then Infernape and Thunderous are the main sweepers, and that's the basic rundown of the team. In theory, it works out really well, and it worked out really well in this game. I'm not going to tell you who won or not, because I'll leave it as a surprise. And that's the core of his team. Obviously, I don't know his team. I know it pretty well because I played against it, but he's got Bronzong, Vaporeon, and Gliscor is his main walls. Gengar is actually a support one, and then this and this as his main guys. So let's get on with the battles. It's going to be going pretty fast, so I'm not going to be able to narrate over all of it, and I'm not going to be able to give you my thought process like over all of it. This is going to be going very fast, and I can't remember all of it, but I'll bring up key points. So I decided to lead with Ferrothorn, and hold on, let's mute that. Yeah, so I lead off the Ferrothorn, he leads off the Scizor. I know I can take any hit he wants. I was expecting superpower, so I go with the Stealth Rocks. And judging by how much I did, I'm predicting it to be Banded, so I protect. And it turns out I'm right. Well, not. It doesn't know I'm right for sure, but he goes for it again, so I'm pretty confident it's Banded. So I switch into Latias, I was hoping to take one, but then he switches into that, and then he switches into that, so I'm thinking at this point, I'll pause it here. At this point, I'm thinking he's going to throw a Toxic at me, because that would make sense as to why he's brought it in here. So I decide, I don't know, let's switch into Blissey, because Blissey can get Toxic to not care. But I go into this in this moment here, and I thought it would be a bit obvious. So this will dodge any Toxic. This will, again, it can take any hit I want. And I really wanted to Leech Seed this team. And then in comes this Scizor, so I know what's going to come here. But then he pulls a double switch, because he doesn't like being seeded, so I'm like, okay. And he ends up doing this quite a lot throughout the battle. Like, he starts, whenever one of his pokes gets seeded, he like runs away, which is alright, but he's just taking a lot of Stealth Rock damage, you know. But at this point I protect to see what he wants to do. He obviously wants to go for close combat, so I know that he has can take it and stuff like that. And he brings in Bronzong here. I'm not 100% sure what he wants to do to me. I'm thinking Toxic or something, so I just decide to go into Ferrothorn and see what he wants to do. And of course he wants to put up rocks, which is okay. There's nothing else on his team really looked like he wanted to put up rocks besides the Gliscor. And he brings in Gliscor against my Ferrothorn so many times, like, you'll see it, it's hilarious. So I decide to seed, and again he runs away, brings in this thing, so I decide to seed again, because he, just judging by his playstyle, like, he runs away on every seed. So I thought, let's seed it again. I think I go for seeds again here. No, I'll go for protect, because I wanted to see what he wanted to do. So again, I go into Blissey, walling his team. I don't know if he predicted that nicely or not, because it would have taken out Ferrothorn, I think, at that range. But I don't know if it was. I don't think it was a prediction. It might have been a prediction. I don't know. And then he brings in this. I bring in Mojo here. I'm not sure what he wanted to do against this, so I'm thinking I can take any hit he dishes out, and he explodes, which I was not expecting. So he takes out my monkey, so my monkey never gets to do much in it. Monkey didn't get to do much at all in this game, so that was that was a key factor in the game right there, that moment there, trading off. I think it probably wasn't his advantage, but, you know, there you go. So, and one poke down each, that's the first poke down, we're on turn 19, we've only lost one each. And we're just trying to both fight for control here, we're both switching it out again. He switches because he doesn't like being seeded, brings in this, I seed that. I think I go for another seed here, predicting him to switch, which I think he does. Oh, yeah, I think I go for seeds. Do I go for seeds here? I can't remember what I do. Really can't. Yeah, I do go for the seed predict, but he decides to stay in and go for the close combat. It does a significant chunk, but I protect here, I think. I play Mr. Obvious. obviously I don't want to lose Therathorn, so I start to keep protecting to see how much that get some health back and see what he wants to lock himself into. Then run away into this, and then I know I can take one hit from that, or maybe two, especially with the attack drop. And then I'm expecting him to switch because I'm pretty sure he's choiced at this point. And then comes this, I'm like, oh, that one's a Toxic Beat again. So it's either Latias or Therathorn. Can't remember which one I switch into. I think Blissey. Yeah, Blissey, because Blissey can take any hit. He goes for the Scald, gets a crit, didn't matter. There was very little hacks in this game. There was a couple of misses later on down the road, but for the most part it was a very fair game. So, you know, he wishes to heal up his Scizor. I wish to get Thundurus to full health, expecting to take a hit. And then, you know, that's basically what was happening. I couldn't do anything about it. I knew what he was going to do, and there was nothing I could do because Blissey doesn't have an attack to do damage. But, you know, I Volt Switch there. I was pretty confident he was going to bring the Gliscor in, but there was no need to take any risks there. If he brought in Gliscor, I could bring in Therathorn. And then he reveals to me he has the substitute, which I wasn't expecting. So, you know, so he's got a sub Gliscor here, which is actually causing my team actually a lot of problems. You know, but I can just stall it out here. He's getting his health back, I'm getting my health back. I could take these all day with Protect, and eventually I'll break his sub. You know, I really want to get a seed on him, but every time I'm going to go for a seed, he's going to go for a sub, as you can see there. So I just keep deciding to Power Whip, because I really don't want him to get a seed. I'm hoping he gets bored and switches out, you know, or he wants to play the PP stall game. Because I'm getting some very weird variations, like mid damage and max damage. Sometimes it's killing the sub in one, sometimes it's taking two to kill it. And then he goes for the Toxic, which I wasn't sure. I think I don't know if he brain farted or if he was probably expecting the switch, because he's a really good player, to be fair. And he must have been expecting the switch. I don't know why I would have switched, because I'm not going to switch against a Gliscor that's got a sub. So, you know, in comes this, in comes the superpower again. Latias can take it better than anyone else in my team. He's going to drop. He's going to have to switch because he's choiced, and it gives me a free chance to do whatever I want. And I think I go for the Draco. Yeah. And again, I knew it was pretty obvious the Vaporeon was going to come in, to be honest, but again, didn't want to play risky. I was considering going into Thundurus, I think, at this point, but I felt like I was just staying. And he gets the burn on the Latias, which is okay because Blissey has Heal Bell, and I think I go to it here to try and heal it right now. He goes for the Wish. I know he's going to switch into something, but I have to play Mr. Orius again and get my own Wish up. Now, I think I've got a couple options of protecting here to heal up Blissey or Heal Bell or switch out or whatever. I'll play Obvious again. Like, maybe I played too obvious this game, I don't know. But I wanted to heal up Blissey so it can take on hits later on in the game. I know Therathorn pretty much rules this guy for the exception of Superpower. And again, I'll protect here to see what he wants to lock himself into and goes for U-turn. So I'm like, okay, I can take that. And he did a crap ton. I know it's banded and all, but I didn't think it would do that much to Therathorn. You know, I thought I could take it better than that. But there you go, it's Stab, it's probably max attack out and Scizor. Anyway, in comes the Gliscor, I go for the Seeds and miss, which is really unfortunate because now we're at this position again where we're playing the sub game. Like, if I hit, he probably would have switched. If I would be at full health, but there you go, that was the only bit of hack, or not the only bit of hacks, but the main bit of hacks there. You know, so it was very unfortunate. But it's later on down the road I'll get my revenge slightly bit of revenge, but you know, there you go. So I decide at this point to switch into Latias, expecting the Earthquake, so I know I'm immune to it. And I've pretty much seen his whole set, he has like Sub, Earthquake, Toxic. I'm not Protect, I think. So I know you can't touch this Latias. You can't Toxic because it's got the burn on it. So I'm using that burn to my advantage right now. Because I can get rid of it whenever I want. But I might as well use it while I've got it, you know? So I go into Therathorn, knowing I can take, not knowing, but pretty confident I can take one. Protect to see, take another one. So I'm pretty confident this Terrakion is choiced as well. So this is two choice pokes and then again goes moral support. So after the Protect, I'm looking at the thing on the right hand side that says how much you've taken. I know I can take another one, bearing mid-max. So I decide to stay in, go for the Seeds, force the switch. And then go for the Seeds again, predicting the Gliscor to try and set up on me. And again, it works out perfectly. I don't miss. And in comes the Vaporeon. So I pull a double switch, expecting the Vaporeon to come in here. Now, my whole plan is to Volt switch out, but of course he's got the Protect to see what I want to lock myself into, which is a very good move. I've been doing it to him as well. So I decide I have to switch at this point. And he predicts me like a book. He stays in, even knowing I'm locked into Thunderbolt. And that was a really nice play, that. Very nice. It could have backfired very badly, but it was a very nice play. So you've got to give him mad props for it. So I go for the Siege, and my Therathorn's nearly dead. So I bring in Hitmontop for the first time. I know this. I'll pause it here because I want to talk about this. I really was holding on to Hitmontop for the most part because I was really scared of the Gengar, because I can't touch Gengar. It's got normal and fighting moves. I can't do anything to it. So, and it's got Toxic as well, but it can't do anything to it. So I really wanted to Rapid Spin here, but I think I go for the Fake Out. Oh, I go for the Toxic. That's right. So there you go. I've got the Terrakion Toxic, which is nice. He brings in this. I can't do shit to that. I was expecting the thingy, the Gengar to come in, but I get rid of the rocks, and because the Bronzong's dead, I don't have to worry about rocks anymore, which is nice. So then he brings in the Gliscor, I bring in the Latias, standard stuff, like I know he can't touch me while I've got the burn on. I think I go for Roost here, which is a good play on my part. Yeah, I go for the Roost because he can't do anything to me. He can't poison me because I'm burned, so he can't Earth Rate me. And he's got Sub Protect, so he can't. So it forces the switch. I go for the Surf, playing Mr. Predictable, but again, I felt like I had to play Predictable at this point, and this gives me the opportunity to go into Blissey, and I want to go for the Heal Bell at this point, so I don't need to go for Wish because I'm at full health, and my Theraphorn and my Latias are both burned. So this is the point in the game where I really feel like I need to get rid of that, those stats. So I get rid of the Poison on Blissey and both the burns. So now I've revealed that I have that, and he's like, oh damn. So my whole team's killed. I go for the Toxics. I really needed to get that Vaporeon poisoned, and he does a really good job at making sure I don't get it poisoned for this whole game. Like, he does it so well. But I go to Therathorn now, hoping I can take one. I was looking in the feed for a couple minutes there to try and judge, and it was very close, but as you saw, I lived with 3%. So I go for the Mr. Protect, and then I know I can go into Blissey to wall it, and again, don't know if that was a prediction or not, but I'm not sure what he was expecting me to switch into there, going with the Thunderbolt. There you go. Now he starts the Giga Drain, which is an interesting move on the other, especially as he is against Blissey's, like, he can get his health back, which is really nice, as you can see. Like, his whole team was getting healed up, like, via the Vaporeon. The Vaporeon was a real pain in the ass. There you go. In comes the Scizor. I can go for the Wish. I think I go for Protect here, don't I? Yeah, I go for a Protect to see what he wants to do. And he goes for the U-turn, which is fair enough. So at this point, I'm thinking if I want to risk taking one, but judging by how much it done to Theraphorn, I decide not to. When I go into Thundurus, I can go into them whenever I want now, because I don't have to worry about rocks because I got rid of them earlier. So I go for the Grass Knot, and in comes that. I was hoping the Vaporeon would come in, but that would be silly. So that comes in, take him out. I thought very, very difficultly for a moment there, because I wasn't sure if I would outspeed it or not, but I decided to risk it. Even if it's Scarfed, I think my Scarf will be faster, and it worked out nicely. So again, we're switching about again, back and forth, back and forth. He goes for the Toxic, I go for the Wish. And at this point, I know he can't touch my Thundurus at this point, so this is the perfect chance to heal it up, because he can't touch the Latias, so why would he be able to touch this? You know, he can Toxic it, but there you go. So I go for the Hidden Power Ice, revealing it, which was a okay play at the time, but of course, he went for the dead. You know, so there you go. So I keep just spamming it because I know I can take a hit from this thing. So he's expecting the switch, and he goes out. And that was a very good play on my part there, a very crucial part in the game. Because now I put that Scizor down to 10%, and whenever it comes back in, it will die to rocks. And he was expecting me to switch, but I knew I could take one, and I knew if I did that, it would die to rocks. So that was 3 of his pokes down, and I've only got 1 down. So I thought I was looking good to win it at this point. But as you'll see, he plays very well, so I'm not saying I've won yet. So in comes the Vaporeon, gets the Blissey Toxic, standard stuff. Like we've been doing this like the whole game. We're on turn 90 right now. I go into Latias, you know, I wall his entire set, and he stays in here, which I wasn't expecting. But I suppose he wanted to get the Toxic on. But I don't really see the point in Toxin the Latias. I know you can get a little bit of damage on it, but I've already revealed I have the heal bell on Blissey, and at some point I'm going to get the Toxic off, so it's kind of a waste of a turn. But I suppose it forces me to give him a free turn to get rid of that status. But I don't think I'll get rid of it straight away here. I think I'll go for the Wish. Yeah, I'll go for the Wish. And again, in comes the Gengar. I want to switch into, and this was a very big mistake on my part. I was expecting the Focus Blast. I was expecting that I could take a hit from that, but I underestimated Gengar, and that cost me my Thundurus, which is a very crucial part. He was the main guy that would take out Vaporeon and Gliscor, his 2 walls. And because I lost that, I'm not looking so good now. Although I have more pokes than he does, I've lost my main 2 sweepers, so I have to rely on Latias to kill this whole team, which doesn't look possible right now. So, but there we go. So this is that play there might be the reason why it's 176 turns, because it turns into a very slow, stooly-ish game. Maybe not, but we're at turn 90. I wanted to get something going. Didn't work out so well. So be it. There we go. So at this point again, I go for the Toxic. He goes for the Shadow Ball. Yes, I know we're both immune. But we're not retards, we're both waiting for each other to make the first move. I go into Hitmontop, he gets a crit. Not sure if it mattered, probably mattered. Might have mattered because it's got a special defense investment. I'm not sure. But it's not a big deal. Hitmontop wasn't going to do a lot this game now because it couldn't do a lot to his team, so I didn't really mind as much. It got rid of rocks. It would have been nice to have the priority fake out and map punch, but go. I stay in knowing I can take 1 hit probably from it and then protect to heal up. You know, so at this point I just know it's going to come down to PP stall. And I want to PP stall him out of Focus Blast. So there you go. So we're at turn 108, I go for the Wish. We're just switching about again, getting the Latias. I know Latias can take 1 hit for bearing a Shadow Ball. And I don't know if it could take a Shadow Ball or not, but I go for it anyway. I think I go for Draco here. Oh no, I switch, that's it. Yeah, switch. And we're back here again for Toxics. Not a big deal. Wishes, that's okay. So now I take this opportunity to heal up the Latias so it's not poisoned anymore. And in comes the Gengar, and it's going to get fully healed, which makes me sad. That was, I don't know why I stayed in. I shouldn't have stayed in. But there you go. I should have switched, but you know, I don't know what I was thinking there. I'm not sure. I should have switched. Well, I'm just switching, wishing and protecting. Just, you know, I wanted to see if he wants to variate his move a bit, and I go into Theraphorn here, and he misses, which was the payback for the Leech Seed mission with Gliscor. You know, which would have changed something slightly, but that was the payback. It was bound to miss it at some point. I even said this in the feed, like he's hit every single one, and he was going to miss at one of them at one point. So that was. I suppose that's fair. You know, so I was playing slightly risky there, but there you go. I think he said in the feed, he said so close as well with a smiley face. I think so. He was enjoying himself just as much as I was. You know, we're switching about. I'm trying to kill it. I think I go for Draco here to variate my move in case the Vaporeon comes in. Yeah. I must say, I'm remembering a lot more than I thought I would. But there you go. You know, I've never done one of these battles like this before. There you go. So in comes the Vaporeon again. We're stalling each other. I know he wants to poison me. He goes for the score, which is a, I don't know, semi-nice prediction because it's not going to do a lot to Blissey or Latias either way. But you know, so I go for the Toxic, trying desperately to poison that Vaporeon, and it doesn't work out. I should have gone for it here again, but I didn't. So you know, I should have played aggressive. And I go into it here, Mr. Obvious. I'm going to poison you again. Gets the burn, not a big deal. Natural Cure can heal it, and Heal Bell can cure it. Goes for Protect. I go for Heal Bell, get rid of it. So it's worked out nicely. And I think I go for it again here, which I really shouldn't have. I really should have switched, but there you go. I should have. I was just so desperate to get it poisoned that I was just like mono thought, like poison it whenever it comes in. You know, there you go. So at this point, we're both even, 3 guys each. And it's both our 2 walls and our backup support going. You know, as you can see here, we're not getting anywhere very fast. Like my Blissey walls, his Vaporeon and his Gengar. And my Latias walls, his Vaporeon and his Glyceron. My Ferrothorn walls. Ferrothorn was like the least valuable guy right now, but I knew there was no point to just sacrifice it. So I thought, let's keep it for now. We can use it, maybe get some seeds on the Vaporeon or something. You know, so I'll bring it in later. We're both just like saying, oh, such a long game. You know, so we're both talking in the feed. Go for the Toxic there, knowing it's immune, but I was hoping he'd switch. And I missed, which is bound to happen, but maybe I wouldn't hit the Gengar anyway. So at this point, like I said, I decided to try and use Ferrothorn and get something going. He switches into this, I go for the Leech Seed, get some health on it. And I think I go for it again. I can't remember. I think I seed again. I should seed again. Oh, I go for the Power Whip, okay. I was hoping he'd stay in, I think, but no, he should. I knew he was going to stay in. I just keep spamming Power Whips at this point. It did quite a significant chunk to the price actually, looking at it now. It did like 20-30%. So there you go. Well, I go to Latias knowing he can't do anything to me. All he can do is Toxic Stall, which is fine because I've got Roost. And I can get rid of the Toxic whenever I want. I just keep spamming Scolds. He goes for Toxic, already Toxic. And I think I go for Draco here, expecting the Vaporeon. I think that he just goes Protect again. You know, and I should be capitalising on this. I haven't got a lot to capitalise on, so there you go. What are you going to do? So in comes this guy again, and here we go. We're just going round in circles. He's taking so much Stealth Rock damage, but he's got all his guys can heal up, so it's no big deal. No big deal. And I got nothing to punish him for it. And we're approaching the end now. We're at 149. So we've got another, like what, 30 turns? Yeah, about 30 turns. So I go for the seeds. He runs away. In comes this, and it's getting very tiring. And my throat's getting sore. So I'm just talking about the same thing over and over again. But, you know, you can see where we're going. We're both fighting for control. Eventually, one of us will make the aggressive play, and it will either work out or backfire. And I'm not going to say who it is, but you'll see. So at this point, I've run out of PP, so I start just going for Stealth Rocks to waste, to stop wasting PP. So I'm running very low. So I start to go for the Protect. I just wanted to waste a turn, so I had like 1 or 2 Leech Seeds left, or 2 Power Whips. I think it was 4 Leech Seeds and 2 Protects I think I had left at that point, something like that. So I know Ferrothorn wasn't going to do much. And I was considering in this battle like to use Healing Wish, because Latias was Healing Wish. And I couldn't remember if it got healed all your PP or not. So I didn't take the chance, but I couldn't afford to lose it. And at this point I decided to make the aggressive play. Switching, this is a very bad play, but switching Latias against the Gengar against the Shadow Ball didn't work out so well, but that was my chance to try and get something going. Didn't work out, so now we're left with, he's got 3 against my 2, but the Gengar will die upon entry to rocks. So it's 2 walls against 2 walls, and my wall is running low on PP. I had no idea how much PP this Glyceron had throughout this game, but he must not have had much, because he outstalls me here. You know, so I'm like completely out of PP at this point, I think. And you know, I have pretty much no chance right now, unless he starts to run out of PP. And even if he starts running out of PP and he starts struggling, I think Toxic Heal will heal the health he'll take from Recoil anyway. So, there you go, I think. At this point, I'm completely out, so he's free to go for the kill here. And I know I've lost at this point because Blissey doesn't have an attacking move. So, you know, but I didn't leave. I decided to play it out because it would be such a terrible end to an amazing game just to, oh, rage quit. Or say, oh, good game, leave. That would be just so, just Oh, that would ruin it. So I thought I'd stay. He goes for toxic. He should be just going for earthquake. I'm just hoping I can stall it out. Praying to God I can. Don't think I'm going to though. And I don't know what he's doing. He should be just earthquaking for the kill. Because I've pretty much revealed my whole set at this point. And there you go. He starts to go for it. And at this point I say the feed good game. And I still protect stall. Just because I can. Make it that extra turn longer. And there you go, I'm dead. And that's pretty much the game. Yeah, and as you can see, that was probably the longest game I've ever played. You know, I've played a couple long games, like 100 turns or so, 150 turns I think. But that was a very fun game. Very long game. But there you go. So I hope you enjoyed this nearly 30-minute game. We're at 26 minutes now. Like, it's a very long game. I'll do a rundown of the team later in the next battle, but I just really wanted to record this. Like, as soon as I saw this, I just pressed that instant replay button to watch it again. And there you go. So I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.